Did not check the framing on this. Hopefully it's fine.
I think it's fine. Let's see.
I'll just stay here just in case.
Yeah. I think it's good. Yes.
Shake it, but that's behind me. It's
You
fine.
can see me. Hello.
Yes, there are probably people seeing this already.
Yes.
Did not check the framing on this. Hopefully it's fine.
I think it's fine.
Yeah, let me
Let's see.
just stay.
Oh,
It's a bit of a
yes.
judge. Yeah, that looks fine, right?
Yeah.
That is fine.
Hello. Hello. Put this up here.
I like that the Aperol spritz is up in our.
Yeah, it's been listening to us.
Oh, well, that's never mind. Oh, I blend into the wall.
Oh my God. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh no.
All right. Got some people here. Hey, everybody.
Hi. Hello. So nice to see you. Yay. Hi. 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 Hi.
So nice. Just have the comments right there. I don't have to reach.
Yes. Now
Interfere with the streaming situation.
we're high tech. We've got multiple devices. We've got the MacBook. We've got the iPad. That's it. Those are all the devices.
Two. We got two devices. It's better than one.
Yeah. Two is better than one.
That's what they say. All right. So this is our Aperol live stream.
Yeah.
I hopefully you've had a chance to listen to the episode. If not, that's okay. We are going to be making Aperol-based cocktails, drinks, very basic mixtures.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
Cool.
All right. I think before we get into the heavy mixing, I think we should start off with the thing that you recommended that you found in your research.
Oh, yeah.
I'm really curious about this.
Yeah, I haven't tried it yet. Some people mix Aperol with Gose?
Gose. I've heard it.
How do you
pronounced
say it?
Yeah.
Let us know. In the
Goose.
comments.
Goose beer.
No.
No, not goose.
I don't think so.
What did I do with my glass? Yours is there.
Yours is.
I
there
wandered
it
away
is.
with mine.
It's over
It's got
there.
water in it.
Oh man,
Oh,
water.
Water.
Yes. So yeah. So I guess I don't know how much you put in it.
Oh,
but
yeah. Well, we're gonna be doing like a half can of beer each. So
yeah, and then we'll just
Be
put
like
a little bit of that.
half ounce?
Yeah.
We'll
Let's
see.
try it.
More. If you haven't listened to the episode yet, just real quick, what Aperol is. It's about 100-year-old Italian bitter aperitif. Flavor-wise, it's got like a lot of orange, gentian, like
Cardamom.
yeah. But it's a little like low on ABV. It's only 11%, and of course, famously in the Aperol spritz, which we will get to. But yeah,
Sure will.
Start with something a little non-standard. I'm excited.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. You gotta drink the rest of your water.
That's a good thing to do before I ever make a cocktail. Just fill my glass with water, so I have to drink it before I can get to the.
Hey, that's a good hack. I like that.
So
All right. So this Gose. I'm gonna say both until I know. You picked this out. This is
Yes.
wild sour. I don't know if you can see. We have a brilliant bright light here, so it
Yes.
makes a shiny, a little shiny light on there. Yeah, it's brewed with coriander and sea salt. Cute. This looks cute.
hopefully that will pair the coriander and the cardamom. I think that there were a lot of really exciting sours that I saw at the store, but I tried to pick one that seems a little basic because we're adding Aperol to it. So,
Yeah,
you know.
we're making it very not basic.
Yeah, there was one that was like a coconut beachside like
That
sour. Sounded great. But
Nice, but yeah. not-
coconut and Aperol sounds weird to me.
Yeah, maybe we'll try it with the simple version, and then we can try other things later.
So I did about 3/4 ounce in here. We'll start from there. I've never done this before. So let's go back to there.
Up there, yeah.
Don't know exactly. I think this is 8 ounce. I think yours is 12.
You need a bit more.
Yeah.
Right.
It's pretty color.
Yeah, it is pretty. Look at that.
Makes it like a slightly different beer.
Yeah. To be honest. Okay.
Oh,
This is a good idea.
I like this.
Whoever came up with this is a good idea.
It's really nice.
It's very good.
I like that it's kind of brunchy.
It is.
Yeah.
It is kind of brunchy.
Like if you want like an upgrade to your beer mimosa.
Mm.
Oh, it would actually be really. I think you could actually take this a step further and do like some orange juice and Aperol in some beer, and it would be a really good brunch drink.
Yeah. That sounds great. Sounds amazing. Oh, Alex. Thanks, Alex.
Gosa.
Gosa. Gosa? Gosa.
Gosa. Goose. Goose beer.
Goose.
Beer for gooses.
Yes.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I'm a fan.
This is beautiful.
I see someone in the comments has Aperol and oh, you're ready. Great. All right. So we got at least one of you joining us in our Aperol spritz. Yeah, not gonna rush through it too much. How's your week been?
It's been good, fine. It was a heat wave for a while.
Yes.
And then it rained. Now it's rainy forever. Feels like, you know, when you wake up and it's dark outside and it's just feels like it's going to be like that forever. But let's not get too dark. No. I'm good. I'm fine. I had therapy today, so I'm great.
Good for you. That's good. Therapy is good. You
Yes.
like therapy here.
Yes, normalized therapy.
I just
for
started.
everyone.
Yeah, I started back with mine. I do an online therapist now, and it's really nice.
I like it better than going somewhere for therapy. I like having the option to have it in bed if I can't get out of it.
Yeah. Well, and that was one of I would get busy with other things and find it as an excuse to not go to therapy, and because I have to my old place I'd have to pay if I missed it. So I would just be like, well, I'm still paying for it, so it's fine. If anything, I made her job easier. It was its own like bad psychological cycle. Me skipping out of therapy because I knew I was paying the person anyway. But now it's like I can't avoid it. I physically just can't.
Yeah, like where are you? What are you doing?
She can find me on my phone.
Yeah,
it's great.
Oh, my therapist is running late today, and I don't know why this tickled me so much, but I texted her to be like, hey, just like checking in if we're like, I can't remember if we are having a session today or if you said you were going out of town or something. And she texted me back, I'm running a little bit behind. Are you still game? And I just found it really delightful that my therapist asked me if I was game for some therapy. I was game.
Always game for therapy.
Yes. Absolutely. Oh, you mixed up Pisco and Prosecco. That'd be an interesting
You know what?
substitution. I
I don't know if you got any citrus in your house, but you might be able to make. Well, you need citrus. I would say we're gonna make another drink with the Aperol that you don't need Prosecco for. So maybe you can sub Pisco in as the base spirit with that.
Oh yeah. Maybe.
Oh.
Ooh.
Aperol, soda water, and Saint Germain. That sounds nice.
That does sound nice.
Yeah.
I think you could do that. I think you can do whatever you feel like because it's your house, baby.
And I like the kind of logic there too, because it's sort of like if you add Saint Germain to soda water, it's sort of like a sparkling wine type sub in. I mean, like a sweet sparkling wine, but okay.
All right.
It's not really, but I get what you're thinking, and I think it makes sense.
Down.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, speaking of the spritz, maybe we should go ahead and.
Are we gonna?
Should we finish? Well, maybe we should finish on this.
Maybe we should.
But I think people are waiting to drink their spritzes, though. So maybe we should walk them through the spritz. Let's get to a spritz.
Let's go ahead and get that spritz.
Don't need the shaker for that. So on the podcast, we talked about that very unique article about the Aperol spritz, and the author compared it to a Capri Sun on a hot day. So I thought that we could make our Aperol spritzes for us in our little adult Capri Sun pouches.
Yay!
Because there's nothing wrong with an Aperol spritz, and there's nothing wrong with a Capri Sun on a hot day.
Not at all. We're gonna in your face, New York Times writer.
Yeah, I think we can each make our own. Actually, you know what? Because it's simple.
Yeah.
Ooh,
yeah. Fun little project.
Do it yourself.
I feel like we're crafting together.
Oh, I realized I didn't get a straws. I have straws. They're in my cabinet. Here, I'm gonna get the straws while
I'm gonna take this.
do some ice
situation.
Make sure you get lots of ice. That was a complaint, you know.
All right. We got that's a nice chunk of ice in there. I want to have room for the liquids too. So maybe I'll just add, I'm choosing the ice very carefully. I like this piece right here. I'm gonna put this in there. Yes. Okay, I think this is enough ice. This is good. Still got lots of room for a liquid. And okay. There's a instruction on the pouch that says fill to top, and there's a line. But does that mean that it wants me to fill to the line or fill to the top?
You fill to the line.
Okay. See,
if you fill to the top, it won't seal. It'll overflow.
I mean, that makes logical sense, but at the same time, why didn't they say fill to line? They said fill to top and then put a line right there.
Well, maybe fill to top of line is what they mean. I got you a straw to match your hair and me a straw to match my hair.
Yay!
So, cheers.
Oh, I was gonna fight.
Oh, it's a little bit of a Jedi moment here.
It is.
On the light side. I don't know if that's cool, actually.
Oh, this goes with my my Sith costume.
There you go.
There you go. Full circle. Full circle.
Full circle.
Yes. I like these.
Right, they're cute.
Super cute, and they're portable.
Yeah, and they are. I know, like plastic is. No one should be using a lot of plastic right now. But the nice thing about these is they are reusable. I run them through the dishwasher, or you can just rinse them out with hot water.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so you don't have to.
Nice.
You don't have to waste them.
Don't waste them.
All right. So now I guess what. Let's see. What is it? The proportions. The 3, 2, 1. I did not. Let's do the equal parts. I think is what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Right?
So there's the original way that they marketed the Aperol spritz was proportions of 3, 2, 1. So it was 3 parts champagne or prosecco. That's important. Italian prosecco. 3 parts prosecco, 2 parts Aperol, and then 1 part soda. But now they, and this is what's on the Aperol website, official Aperol spritz recipe is equal parts champagne and Aperol, and then fill with soda. But that could be because they want you to use more of their product.
Yeah, I will say. I mean, my preference is more. I mean, I usually do more prosecco to Aperol. Like I like 2 ounces of Aperol tops, and then probably 3 to 4 ounces of prosecco, and just a splash of soda.
Well, it's a flexible recipe.
Yeah.
You can do however makes sense to your taste. Ooh, that was a nice pop.
That was not an apologetic cough, as it's supposed to be. But
Oh yeah, or a sigh.
yes. Oh, prosecco. That was a bit more of a prosecco. It's gonna actually cough, and then I realized that's disgusting, especially considering.
Oh yeah, no. We washed our hands before this.
Yes. What did I do with sugar? Okay. Well, I'm gonna do. I mean, you could probably eyeball this, but for the sake of it being an alcohol podcast and show, I'll jigger things.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do 2 ounces of Aperol in mine.
Nice. Thank you. I'm just gonna hold it. Okay, thanks.
Great.
I'll try it with 2.
Gonna just kind of.
Oh, the champagne you're gonna eyeball. Oh, I guess it doesn't really make sense to put champagne.
Champagne in the jigger seems weird.
Doesn't make sense.
I mean, I think like if you're working in a restaurant, that you can still you just figure out your measurement on whatever your standard glass is, and add the prosecco first. So you jigger it once, and then you never jigger it again. Because I would feel very uncomfortable with a bartender jiggering my wine or champagne behind a bar.
Yeah, especially something with bubbles because you have to wait for the bubbles to go down.
Yeah, it's just gonna make it flat.
Yeah, it's not gonna be nice.
And about it's about 3-4 ounces. I don't know. It's my Aperol spritz. I'm gonna make it my way.
Yeah, just a little DIY moment. I mean, it's all DIY. We're always doing it ourselves.
It is true.
There's no official bartender besides us. That's it.
Oh, that's the secret to this all. It's just somebody that we hide off screen that does all the actual mixing.
Except for you see us. You told me about a bar.
Yeah, where they were gonna have the guys, the men,
They had
making
secret men.
drinks elsewhere, and ladies would look like bartenders but just stand up front and shake drinks. Oh well.
That's a crazy idea. It doesn't make any sense.
No. All right, and then I've got aggressively large orange pieces, I guess.
Ooh.
That's apparently could be a problem for some people.
I love it.
I will put 2 in there.
I would put 3.
I like having fruit in my drink because then after you have your drink,
And you have
exactly,
a snack.
boozy little piece of fruit in there.
Oh, maybe I only have room for 2.
These bags deceptively, like you think you filled them with not enough, but then when you go to like seal them, they're very full.
Oh, yeah, I think I just made it.
Nice.
I just made it. Okay.
Ooh,
Cute.
all right. Now
Now we can, I'm
give
going
me this little hole here that you can,
to incorporate it. I'm not going to shake it.
No, don't make it a pearl bomb.
Aperol bomb.
This is a very, very bougie Molotov cocktail. Just an inconvenient, sticky one.
Oh, no. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Much like the actual Capri Sun pouch, this too has a little hole that's kind of annoying and sometimes unsuccessful to get to the drink.
Oh, yeah. And if you wanted to reuse it, then you'd probably want to.
Yeah, you can
use
just
the
open
top.
it and use it.
Yeah.
Because like the straw, the way these are designed, the straw can fit in these little tube holes, and then you've got a carrier.
Oh.
Eee.
Yeah. Oh.
There you go. So
Cute.
here are our New York Times approved Capri Sun Aperol spritzes. Cheers.
Chin chin. That's a good drink.
It's just so easy.
It's good.
And that's the thing, like, yeah, we jiggered the Aperol. You don't have to. You don't have to measure it. You can literally just fill up a glass with ice, pour the ingredients in, tell you how you like it, and you're ready to go. And it's universally available stuff. Aperol's not that expensive. Prosecco, this bottle I think was like $14, and it's like, it wasn't the cheapest one. I actually upgraded a few to get to that $14. Like, cheap, easy, available around the world.
And delicious.
Yeah. I'm
Rich
curious.
history.
Yeah. And anybody drinking at home, please let us know how you feel about the Aperol spritz. I adore it.
Oh yeah, if you're just getting here, these are Aperol spritzes we made in Capri Sun pouches.
Yes, perfect for after an adult soccer match.
Yes.
Wouldn't that be great? You just walk off the field and then you're not your mom. That would be irresponsible, but your teammate.
My mom could give me a cocktail. I've earned it.
I mean, yeah, like as grown adults.
Yes.
I think my mom would be a very good adult soccer mom.
Oh my
Is
God.
she here? She's usually here.
Mary, are you here? Mary, can you hear us? Yes. Okay. Well.
I've seen those like the softball or no, the kickball leagues that they have at McCarran Park. There's a park in Brooklyn that a lot of adults play kickball in, and they have like leagues, and it's
Nice.
I've known a lot of people that have played in them.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they play right by the Turkey's Nest, which is a bar here in Rapid Williamsburg that they're pretty infamous for. You can't technically get to go drinks, but if you ask for a margarita with a lid, they'll give you a very large margarita with a plastic lid and like a styrofoam cup that is very incognito that you can then take out of the bar. and it's also kind of a cop bar. So like they just,
A cop bar.
I mean, there's not a cop bar, but like there's like a lot of
cops go.
cops
to
go
it.
there.
Okay.
So I think it's just kind of like, I don't know if they have an agreement or what.
They probably have a deal.
I don't know, and that is what it is. But a lot of people drink those styrofoam giant margaritas while playing kickball in the McCarran Park.
Yeah, well, that's a hustle right there.
Yeah, they know their
They
audience.
know what they're doing.
Now everybody has to-go cocktails. You're not special anymore, Turkey's Nest. I'm sorry.
No, now everybody has it, and some of them even have it in these beautiful pouches.
I love these pouches.
I've seen like some places have like really cute like monogrammed, not monogrammed. That's like that's like your personal initials. Like they have like merch type to-go cups. They're like plastic to-go cups, but they have like the bar's name printed on it. Captain Dan's does that.
Okay.
With the little like so it's like it's a to-go cup, but it's reusable.
Oh, I
it
like
comes
that.
with a little like a nice cap and a reusable plastic straw. I mean, reusable plastic also is not. I mean, it's not. We're not like saving the world like that, but you could use it again, so that's good. It's a sturdier one, thicker plastic.
That's nice. The straw situation is we're at a crossroads.
It's precarious.
Yeah. The paper straws, they do not hold up very well in the long term. There are some really cool alternatives out there. They're not quite priced great for like bar service, but
no.
Or maybe you just, as a bar start factoring that as a part of your expense, which I don't know. I'm more.
I guess there's like bamboo straws now, so those break down. Those are cool.
Those break down. Those are like the bamboo are kind of expensive. The sugarcane straws are kind of expensive. But I mean, by expensive, it's just that most bars are used to paying pennies per straw, and if you're paying like nickels per straw or dimes, it's suddenly like a big deal. But maybe it's just we never should have had them so cheap. That's a hard idea for I think a lot of us to wrap our head around.
Yeah.
It's like maybe it was always bad that we made this product super cheap.
Right. Well, that's like what like people are starting to realize with fast fashion.
Exactly.
It's like your clothes shouldn't be $3.
Right.
Maybe they should. Yeah.
I've lost that fight with straws in the past where I've said, well, what if I factored into the cost of the drink? And we can still price it like the same, but I can it's just part of the drink. Like the percentage is the same, but it's just like, no, but why are we paying more for something that we don't have to pay more for? And it's like, because the oceans are on fire? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, and there's so many cocktails that you don't need to have a straw.
Also,
you can just not have a straw. There's a lot of bars that have made that decision that they're just going to not have straws.
Well, and I mean,
just use your mouth. But
some people have to use straws. Like
that is true.
Like it's good. It's
you can
important to
have them
have
on hand. Yeah.
And the ones you can have the ones on hand that are better for you. I don't know. I think that it's just if your only concern is your baseline, you're going to make a lot of evil decisions.
Yes, that's true. That's true. Yeah. You should think about people, not profits. That's true.
How do you mix after the straw hole is open? Oh, you don't. I guess as long as you're filling it below the line, which the straw line is below the pour line. So you could refill this same bag and just put the straw in the same hole.
Yeah.
You could reuse it even after it's punctured.
You could. You can't do the trick where we put it upside down.
No, but you could just give it a little stir real fast.
A little side to side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just roll it.
Or you can always just use the top. You can just open it a little bit. There's they make more, because I've had at house parties in Brooklyn, sometimes somebody's auntie makes a batch and puts it in some a sturdier version of this. That's like a kind of like the slidey.
Oh yeah, those are nice.
Yeah, those are nice. And then you don't they're a little bit thicker plastic than this, and you don't puncture it. You just put the straw through the top, and then she asked for it back.
Well, that's what I don't like.
She's gonna wash it and use it again.
These are ones that I just had left over from an old menu, and So but I didn't like the idea of it until it was like, we all have to, like, they have to come back.
Right.
I'm going to autoclave them, like I'm going to clean them, and we're going to refill them, because it's just, even if it seems disposable, it's a lot of plastic.
It is, yeah.
There's a lot. It's a weird moment right now, because like, we had the plastic bag ban here in New York, and then a lot of places didn't want your cloth bags in the store because that could be diseased, I guess, is the thought. So I don't know.
Yeah, we went. I think they temporarily lifted it, and we had plastic bags again. We do have plastic bags again, and I think that's like the bargain that they made, was that it was worth like giving something that's disposable to prevent spreading COVID, which makes total sense. And do what you got to do. Some places have switched to paper bags, so.
Well, I've noticed a lot of places will have you pay for the paper bags.
It's like 5 cents.
It's 5 cents.
It's fine.
I'm fine with that. Like, the paper bags aren't great if you get caught in the rain or something.
No.
But I even like the what am I trying to say? The forever bags that they sell you for like 99 cents.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Some of them are canvas, some of them are like plastic materials, but they're meant to be reused. Like, I like those. And like, I've collected a lot of those during the era of the plastic bag ban.
Yeah.
You said those. I don't know.
There's a lot of things to think about right now. We've got to think about a lot of problems, and try to make the best decision for the moment, I think.
But right now, you don't have to think about that.
No.
Just think about Aperol and all the wonderful things you can do with it.
It's delicious.
What's going on? What's everybody up to in the chat?
What's up, guys?
Joseph Wager is quoting All-Star. Always appropriate.
Yes. Okay. Sweet palate. Yes. Aperol Spritz is perfect for your sweet palate. It's got a little bit of complexity. It's a little bit bitter, not quite as bitter as Campari. And with a little Prosecco, it's so sweet.
And I do think, like, I'm in no way in agreement with the article, but she makes a point about using cheap Prosecco as downgrading the drink. That's true in anything. Have you had a mimosa with cheap sparkling wine? It's bad.
Yeah.
Like, cheap sparkling wine is just, it's
gonna make it
sugar.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's artificially carbonated. It's artificially sweetened. It's super low alcohol, which I don't know. I mean, I don't like, it's alcohol that they're selling you sparkling wine. So that's always going to mess it up. But getting a good Prosecco's not too sweet. And if you do think the drink could be a little drier, you could get like a drier sparkling wine.
Absolutely, you could. So, like, I believe you've said before, if you use garbage ingredients, you're not going to get the garbage out of there by mixing it.
No,
it'll still be garbage.
No, yeah.
So but yeah, this is a really nice, like, pretty dry bottle of Prosecco. Yeah. This is like $15. If you're just getting it for yourself, they make like smaller versions of this.
Yeah. I love the cans, because that's a lot of time. I mean, one of my favorite drinks is a French 75. I love Prosecco drinks, or bubbly drinks in general. But when I'm like drinking at home, or it's only like me and somebody else, I don't want to get a whole bottle, because then you got to drink it. It doesn't last that long. But the cans are great, because you can just have a single serving.
Mm-hmm. I just saw that they mentioned Tu Wong Fu is going to be on Netflix, which is exciting. It's streaming on Netflix now. That is very exciting.
It's exciting.
I haven't seen that in a while.
Liz introduced me to a great show focused on drag queens on HBO. What was it called?
It's called We're Here. Yeah, it's with Bob the Drag Queen, Shangela, and Eureka, and they go into small towns and they put on a drag show, and they involve locals. So they basically take on 3 drag children or more and put on a show in the community. And it's really heartwarming, and it's beautiful, and it's really sweet. It's great. It's on HBO. They just have 1 season, and the last episode they had to do half of it, like put put it together virtually because they had to shut down production because of COVID, but it's beautiful and it's, did you say it was renewed for a second season already?
Yes, it's been renewed for second season. I guess whenever they can shoot that, but super good. It made me think of Tu Wong Fu because they drive around the country in these bizarre, like these amazing vans that they've decked out, like in their kind of particular aesthetic.
Yes, that's great.
Yeah,
check it out if you can. Good. It's very good.
Oh, I guess tonight's also the finale of, I think it's the finale of All Stars season 5, RuPaul's Drag Race. I think it is. I don't have TV, so I like buy the episodes on iTunes. But I don't know if anyone's keeping up. I'm Team Shea Coulee. That's where I am. I love all the queens. It's hard not to be Team Jujubee. I want Jujubee and Shea to be crowned together, and Cracker can clap for both of them. But sorry, they're all great.
I'm not caught up, but I heard that everyone's like pretty happy with these as the final 3.
Any of them winning wouldn't upset. They're all great. It was a good season. There were a lot of talented queens. RuPaul's Drag Race is a bit of a guilty pleasure because I have problems with it. We all know the problems with it, but
we know, but it's very good escapism right now.
Yeah,
it's good,
and it's still the queens that are on it. Their careers come out of it, so there's that.
It's true. I tried putting this upside down, and it didn't work because
there's a hole in the bag.
You know what? It's not the hole in the bag; it's the hole in the straw.
Well,
I guess maybe if I covered the hole in the straw, I could do it.
You could just mix it with a spoon.
I could just do that. It just make it easier on myself. And I'm not gonna try it again because I don't want to spill any more of this delicious drink.
Oh, you're a mess.
It's a very tiny mess. It's a couple drops, okay?
This table is just drunk all the time.
It gets sticky, but wait. Let's catch up on these comments a little bit. Wait. Oh, okay. Now I'm seeing the All-Star.
Oh, this is happening. That just happens. I guess. People are just singing it in the comments.
Now it's in my head. It's fine.
That's fine.
Yes. How's everyone's?
I will not. I was gonna say I once had a friend. Yeah, that's a questionable term. I once knew a gentleman that we went to. My big group went to karaoke together, and he got up and sang All Star once, and it was funny, right? Oh, it's funny. It was like a public karaoke, like
yes.
you know.
Yeah.
But he kept putting All Star in, and just kept getting up and singing it. Like I think. At one point, or definitely at one point, the person who was like a Kings of Karaoke just said, "No, we won't let you sing that song again.
Can't do it.
We let you sing it 3 times. It was funny the first time. It was ironically funny the second time. The third time, it was because nobody else had a song in. You're not allowed to sing it anymore." But it's always funny once.
It could be fun. It would be funny once. It might be funny twice. I think that All-Star breaks the rule of 3s because if I heard All-Star in a karaoke situation for the 3rd time, I would not think that was funny anymore.
No, it's like, oh no, maybe I died, maybe this is hell.
Yeah.
This is what it might be.
Hell is you're stuck in a karaoke room and the only song that plays is All-Star.
Yeah, I think that would be it. Just sung by different people. No, because even that would be kind of funny. It's just the same person.
Yeah.
And they're in hell too, because their particular hell is just
they must sing All-Star before the end of time.
I agree with who brought up Dragula, Jennifer.
Yeah, Dragula.
Dragula. I too prefer Dragula. I at least like that they make the effort to have drag artists. It's not just queens. It's not just cis men. It's trans people, non-binary. Like I think that's super cool. I love Dragula. Landon Cider is my personal hero. Mm-hmm. Landon Cider appears in We're Here as like a special guest, and I lost my mind for a minute.
Yeah.
All right.
It's fun. Oh no, one guy kept doing Danger Zone and failing to finish the song.
How do you get a second chance at that if you don't finish the song the first time?
No. Oh no.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Zoom karaoke. Is Zoom karaoke a thing?
Are y'all doing that?
I don't know.
Should we do that?
How do you feel about that?
I would do it. Maybe.
I mean, I guess I would too.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It
But
depends if we can get a cool group. I don't know.
good, but I think because I'm one of those people that like I don't take karaoke seriously. Like, you know, when you realize you've gone to karaoke, it just depends on what kind of person you are. And they're the kind of people that take karaoke seriously and they're there to show off their pipes. And then there are people that are like me, that it's like, I want to pick a song that all y'all are going to sing with me.
Yes.
And we can dance around to.
I like that.
Both styles are fine, but if you're one of the second style and you realize you've gone to an event where everybody's the serious, like, watch me sing first style, it's not good. It's not good. You got to know what kind of karaoke person you are, and you got to stick to your fellow karaoke type people.
But that kind of karaoke is refreshing because when you go to if you go to a karaoke situation where a bunch of people are trying to show off their pipes, it's like, oh yeah, oh my God, you're such a good singer. Yeah, you're so good. Oh, they're so good too. Everyone's so good.
Yeah.
Which is fun, but also it's like then it becomes a less fun situation and a more like performance situation, which I mean, there's plenty of people who just love to perform, and that's great. I feel like I have a performance background, but I don't always like to perform. Sometimes I like to I like that kind of karaoke where it's like everybody participates, or like you're singing a song that's so like funny or just so beloved that everybody's like, yes, oh my God, you picked this song. Like, I like that.
I agree. I mean, I think, and you know, if you pick a song that's good for your voice, you want to sing it, but then like other people, like I feel weird when it's everybody's just listening. Like I want people to sing with me. Like,
yeah.
I don't know, like I've been at when I've ended up at the wrong kind of karaoke parties, so it's like somebody's picking like Les Mis, like I Dreamed a Dream, and you're just all sitting around respectfully while they sing that song, and it's like, what is happening? Is this fun? Like, it's not fun for me. There are laser lights, and this song is playing, and I'm very confused as how this is enjoyable.
Right. I mean, unless that's like, if somebody who sings it is like phenomenal and it is just like oh my God, gotta watch you sing moment. I don't know.
And I guess that's the other thing. That's that second type. That's that other type of person that I am not. Like, I want to put on, I don't know, like, I usually sing Teenage Dirtbag. That's for some reason my go-to karaoke song.
Okay, all right.
I sing Teenage Dirt. I sing Teenage Dirtbag. I sing Holding Out for a Hero with Bonnie Tyler.
Oh yeah. That was good.
Yeah. What's some of yours?
I've done Bills a few times. I like that one. I don't know if I have go-to I don't do karaoke often enough.
I saw you sing one song amazingly.
What did I sing?
You remember okay, so this was after Anime NYC a couple years ago.
Yeah, we got a karaoke room.
We were with
Koreatown.
Yep, and it was a punk rock Sailor Moon group. So I was punk rock Tuxedo Mask. Liz was punk rock. You were Mr. Snide. Punk rock Mr. Snide. And
your wig.
You sang You Ought to Know, right?
Oh yeah, okay, Alanis. I mean,
I think somebody might have mentioned this on the comments, but that was made me think of it.
It's a good karaoke song.
It was great, and everybody gets into it.
Yeah. You know, if you're gonna do one, I think if you're gonna do one that you're singing by yourself, which actually no, you wouldn't be singing by yourself for that one. Everybody knows that one. But it's got to be. You know what? I'm against ballads. I'm against ballads unless they are ironic, I guess. Mm-hmm. I'm against ballads in karaoke.
I will say I did sing Every Rose Has Its Thorn as Tuxedo Mask.
That works because it's ironically.
It was funny.
It's funny. It's funny.
Everybody's- I don't know.
No,
There were a lot of young people in that room, and they were like, "What's this?" And I'm like, "Oh no!"
I was into it. I
It
thought
was a joke
perfect.
that lasted 3 minutes. Joke that lasted long.
Oh, it was good though. It was good. It was good.
Do as I say, not as I sing.
Oh my gosh. What drinks do you like with karaoke? Tequila? Courage.
Courage, yeah. Yeah, there are like some of the karaoke places up here in New York that are like you get the rooms. They'll have like there's one place I always end up in like it's kind of Midtown East, and they do like they know what you're doing there because it's like there's like a shot special, but it runs from like 2 p.m. to like 6 p.m.
Okay.
So it's like if you're made to karaoke during the day, you might need this. But that's a slippery slope because there is a point when you have imbibed enough to think you can sing songs that you in fact cannot sing songs.
Oh, I've done that.
So it's a delicate balance. Like I might do like a shot at the beginning for like some courage so I can, be comfortable like singing in general.
Yeah.
But then it's like, let me do a thing with the soda. Like
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
tequila soda or
Mhm.
gin and soda.
I think that's a good
Yeah.
idea. I think that's good. If you get too drunk, then I've had karaoke moments where it was not in a room of just friends. It was like in just a karaoke bar that everybody was there. And I had drank so much that I had gotten up to sing karaoke a third time. And the third time I was wasted. I don't really like to get that way in public anymore, but at that point in my life I was, and which is if that's your thing and you feel comfortable with that, that's great. I have since decided that I don't want to be like that, but I was just yelling. I wasn't singing. I was just yelling.
I've been there.
And I felt it the next day. But sometimes I don't know. I didn't have another thought there. I really just wanted to say, but and then trail off.
I can say actually related to bartending, one of my most embarrassing karaoke moments was I was in a bar competition, cocktail competition, and a lot of those will do random selection on like what order you go in. So I was randomly selected to go first, which isn't a great position for a cocktail competition.
Oh yeah, it sets the tone.
Yeah, and you also have so much time to think about losing. And if you're me and you think a lot about losing, that's a lot of time. So I did my little performance, did my cocktail. Like the judges were just stone-faced because they were very sober at that point. So I was like, wow, they hated me and I was terrible and everything sucks, but there were free drinks for the contestants. So they had asked like some questions on our like introduction, and one of them was favorite karaoke song, and I answered. It was what is "Kiss Me Deadly" by Lisa Ford. Is that who that is? Lita Ford. Oh my God.
Okay.
Lita Ford, "Kiss Me Deadly," which is also one of my go-to karaoke songs. So that was my answer. So I didn't really think anything of it. It was just like a funny thing that they read out at the start of our performance. So I won, and at that point was relatively drunk.
Yeah.
Just from nervous drinking. So I won this cocktail competition.
Did they make you?
They made me sing. They put me up front, gave me I won like it was a weird prize.
Did you get a trophy?
No, I won a table actually. I won a high top. There was like a Blue Moon high top that I won, and like a banner, and there was money that went to a charity. Anyway,
what did you do at the table?
I left it there. I never got it. They kept telling me to come back and get it. I never went back and get it.
What am I going to do with this table?
I don't know. It was a weird. It was mainly for charity. So the money went to charity. That was the concern. But then they put a mic in my hand and started playing the song, and I was like, "Oh, this was not worth winning."
No.
I wish I could give it back.
No.
Yeah.
Ooh,
yeah.
Well,
danger sometimes. My biggest concern was losing, not being made to sing drunkenly in front of a room of my peers. That was
you're
worse.
A winner. You're a winner.
Yeah, well, the money went to like Racist
Yeah.
Texas, the
Oh,
border,
yeah.
the agency that helps families
Right.
at the border. It was a good cause.
Mhm.
I will happily embarrass myself publicly with song to raise money for charities I believe in. I just didn't know that was what was on the menu.
It would have been nice to know ahead of time,
Right.
but then they wouldn't have gotten the priceless look of terror on your face.
I was like, oh, I have to sing
oh
now.
my god.
But I was just drunk enough to be like, and I'm gonna kill it. And then I saw a video that they posted to like the company Instagram the next day, like, here's our winner. And I'm like, and mute. And I will never, I pretend I do not see it. That never happened.
It's, you know what? It's hard to hear. It's hard for anyone to hear their own voice. It's a weird psychological thing because you sound different to other people than you do to yourself.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Jennifer, Backstreet Boys is always that's a good karaoke moment.
And everybody can get involved not only with song, but also I don't know if I'm a kid of the 90s that at least remembers some of the dance moves.
Yes.
Right.
Oh my god, if you still remember the choreography, you're a hero. You're a hero. Yeah, I went to musical theater school, so like there was literally a bar across from campus that was a karaoke bar, and we were there it was literally just musical theater majors in there all the time.
Oh, no.
It was but there were also like real people that were there too, so it was real people, yeah, people that don't live in an imaginary world. No, but like, yeah, so it was like a nice mix of like people showing off and people who were like there to take in vibes and community, like, because it's like, yeah, like I stand by, I've said this before, I stand by this position. I like that second type of karaoke singer. That's what it is. Karaoke singer who sings like a crowd favorite and just is like committed to it, and it's not about the vocal Olympics.
Well, and I think you can do both. Like, I think if you're somebody that has a really good voice, you can pick a song that everybody can enjoy and sing along with. It's when you get to that weird area, like, no, don't sing. It's my song. I'm singing. No. It's like, wait, really? I just have to sit here?
Man.
I did not buy a ticket for this event.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's don't be part of toxic karaoke culture. It's not happening right now. Nobody's going to karaoke bars, but yes.
I had a friend describe a date that she went on with a dude who took her to karaoke, but it was like, no, I just want you to hear me sing.
No.
Like, you imagine that date, like, just like, we went to a nice dinner, then we went to karaoke bar, and my date just sang songs at me. I wasn't allowed to join. They were just like, it's like those bird dances, that like birds do where they like show off to their mates. Like, I guess it's something like that, but we're humans and that's weird.
Yeah, I know. That's awkward. It's awkward. Karaoke is a little bit awkward, and then just if you make it more, like, why?
I don't know.
Why? You know what though? If you sing "Memory" from Cats, I'm just reading. We're reading these comments now. If you sing "Memory" from Cats, I'm kind of into it because it's such a ridiculous premise of singing "Memory" from Cats. Like, if you sing a show tune in a karaoke bar, that's like very out there, I'm into that because of the absurdity of it.
Yeah.
Like, it's still, there's a comedic element to that.
I mean, anything from Cats is really just going to get the crowd like, okay,
we're
going.
Now. Yeah, exactly.
Boy, now that's a movie that needs cocktails.
Oh, yes.
Well, this is the fun thing about Cats. So this is, for me, I had not encountered never seen Cats, never seen a play of it. I'd heard the song "Memory," that's it. Had encountered nothing of Cats media outside of that song before I saw the movie.
You saw the movie. I haven't seen the movie yet.
The movie, but I was like, I don't understand why people are freaking out about the movie, because anything about this is like just ridiculous. Like,
I mean, if you've
is
seen,
there a normal way to put this show on? You can't convince me there's a normal way to do this.
well, there's a filmed version of the stage show, like that of the stage show of the London cast, and I mean, it's that's why I mean, I was kind of like, I was not really excited for the movie. I grew up watching. We had a VHS because my parents were really into Andrew Lloyd Webber. So we had a VHS of the London cast doing it. They filmed a performance, and like with high production values. Like it was, like they were doing it on a stage, but like there was different the multiple cameras, and like zooming. Like it was very it was filmed really beautifully, but it's the musical Cats. So
it's a very silly musical.
It's pretty out there to begin with. And when I heard like that they were making the movie, I was like, well, okay, I mean, so you're gonna make it weirder?
I guess they did.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like you already you see like people in like bodysuits, like painted bodysuits and like cat makeup, and like that's a thing. Like that is already like your mind seeing that on stage is like, wow, there's like people dressed up as cats. But then the CGI stuff of them being like very like integrated into a cat, but it still is that weird thing of like, okay, this is like a human in like a cat suit because they still have boobs and like a human face, and like it's like very, I mean, they managed to make the concept even weirder, which is
I guess, but
wow.
Like I was like, oh, the movie's so crazy and weird. Like the baseline of the story is a bunch of magical, I don't know what jellicle it is. Anyway,
magic cats.
Oh no. But like one of them sings to the point that they get to go to heaven. It's a weird idea.
They're competing for who gets to go to heaven.
Die. It's a weird premise. So I don't like the CGI is definitely a layer of weird, but like it's 8 layers of weird, and you're complaining about like the fondant on top. Like so weird.
Yeah.
I did thoroughly enjoy it though. I like things that are disturbing and unnatural.
Yeah. I feel like I would do some kind of psychedelic and watch.
Yeah, that's definitely like
watch that movie. Actually, that's probably not a good idea. That would be scary.
I've had some THC cocktails, like where you make a tincture of THC and you put it in a cocktail.
Yeah.
And one of my buddies that used to run a bar program had like a secret menu that you had to know what to order, and they were all THC, and those were great. But maybe that, like, if I was gonna suggest like
maybe that.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yes. Oh.
All right. Well, Liz, I'm gonna let you look over the comments a bit, see if you got any questions, anything going on. I'm gonna start making our last drink. So I mentioned this on the podcast. Obviously, a lot of people, they get Aperol, they know the Aperol spritz, but what else can you do with it? A couple years ago, I think this comes from Death & Co. is the origin of this drink. So New York City, like classic speakeasy bar of like the modern reinvigoration of cocktail culture. They came up with this cocktail called the Naked and Famous. It's that very simple, very easy to remember last word build, all equal parts. So this one happens to be equal parts Aperol, yellow chartreuse, mezcal, and lime juice. So I'm going to use 1, 1, 1, 1 all across the board. So I'm going to make 2. So we can each have 1.
Nice. Thanks, buddy.
So I'm going to get to making that. If you want to interact with the people.
Yes, I'm catching up. Let's see. We talked about karaoke for a long time, which is the content that you came for.
I mean,
karaoke tip. Hot tip.
Ooh.
Pick a short song with a few musical stretches. I like that. You can do a little dance.
Oh, really? We're going to add dancing into the already like social nightmare that singing is? I guess so.
I mean, that's kind of like I feel like Hero is a song like that.
It has that one long break. That's true. That is very awkward. I also learned like "Carry On My Wayward Son" is one of my favorite songs to sing, but that's got a lot of guitars. You got to work to get to the lyrics and "Carry On My Wayward Son."
That's true. Oh, nice.
I've always wanted to do a Thor cosplay, and then in my fantasy, I'd sing "Carry On My Wayward Son" as Thor.
Ah, hot take. I like that. Alex points out Cats is a dance show. It is a dance show. It's about
Dancing.
Okay. So it's mostly dancers in the stage version. I haven't seen the movie. I don't know.
Make you watch it.
I guess I'm gonna be made to watch it now. But I mean, I did think it was odd that they cast Taylor Swift as the. I guess actually I randomly know some of the names of the cats because in the movie of the stage version that we had at the end credits, they like named all of the characters, and the cats have names. So the all white cat is named Victoria. I'm pretty sure.
Is that T Swift?
Yeah.
She got all the cat. I think they changed things in the movie because in the movie she just got everybody super high.
Oh, that's fun.
She just drugged all the other cats. Is that not a plot point?
No, it's not. It's not. No, in the stage version, that role is she doesn't sing. She doesn't say anything. That is a dancing role. Oh, she has a beautiful contemporary ballet solo.
Very much changed that.
Yeah, no.
They subbed in ballet with dosing all of the fucking cats.
Fun. Okay, all right. Yes. Oh my gosh. Oh, Alex, you had that VHS. Yay. I'm not alone. Yes.
Anime version of Cats. Oh no.
Anime version of Cats. I like this.
Oh no.
I like it. Jellicle Cat was a joke about how T.S. Eliot's sister said the little cat. Oh, I like that. T.S. Eliot. So it's based on poems by T.S. Eliot, and apparently Drew is saying that T.S. Eliot's little sister said the little cat, but said it in a way that sounded like Jellicle Cat.
Oh, Jellicle Cat. Okay. That's cute.
I like that. That's adorable. Oh, where's Jack? He was in the podcast. He should be in the live video. He's busy. He's on the couch over there, and he's in this position.
Yeah, he's rolling around.
Yeah. Oh.
I usually feed him right before the live stream, so he's content.
Otherwise, he would have things to say.
He would.
Yes. Oh, you made the paper plane.
No, not a paper plane.
No.
Naked
and Famous.
Also same build as a paper plane.
Oh, that's why I got it confused.
Yeah. Actually, now that because paper plane is lemon bourbon, Amaro Nonino, and we just made them. Anyway, it's the same bill. It's all equal parts. Yes.
So this is the Naked and Famous.
This is the Naked and Famous. And Aperol. Oh, yeah.
I love the color. This is gorgeous.
This is hands down, it's one of my favorite things to do with Aperol. I love a spritz, but if you want a cocktail involving Aperol, I can't speak highly enough of this drink. It's a mezcal drink. So like I said,
it's delicious.
Equal parts mezcal, lime, Aperol, and what did I just put in here? Yellow chartreuse.
Yellow chartreuse. Yes.
I was thinking about cats.
Victoria is not the main character. It's the striped dude that's like the narrator. His name is something obscure that I can't think of right now. Damn, it would have been very impressive if I could think of it right now. I think he's the main character. There's one cat that like narrates it, and he's like a gray and black tabby.
Oh yeah. Remember that guy?
I can't think of it. Alex, if you can think of it, help me out. Alex said that they also know the names about everything. Don't quote me. I quoted you. You said you know the names. Cute. It's a really pretty color, isn't it? It's like a creamsicle color.
It is, yeah. Aperol, like in Campari tends to hold its own more. I feel like Campari, anything you put it in, it goes red, at least like pink. But Aperol, I don't like. All of these things. All these things are artificially dyed. We know that, but like the dye concentration in Aperol is such that once it's mixed, it almost always mellows out to this nice orange color that I really love. That's just so good. I don't know. I mean, if you're ever like when you play around at home, I just think that we talk about the sour build a lot and like the Manhattan Martini build. I think that last word build, that equal parts where you have a citrus, you have a base spirit, and then like an ounce each of usually like something bitter and something sweet. I think it's a beautiful formula that's really open-ended that you can really get creative with. And all of my favorite drinks come from that. I mean, the last word is one of my favorite drinks. I love the Naked Famous. I love the Favorite Plane. Like that equal parts build. It's so easy to remember and it's so open to like experimentation. It's so good.
It's delicious. Now I'm thinking about cats a lot. It's hard to get away from that. I think I might have. So wait. Tay-Swift was. She wasn't the white cat, or was she the white cat?
I know her as the cat that got everybody drugged up. I don't know. She was on a moon. She seemed very sexy.
But what color was her fur?
She was she? I don't know. Maybe she was
maybe
like white
I
and
mixed
like
it up. Maybe
kind
I
of
mixed
blonde.
It up. Okay.
Is it our blonde cat?
No. Okay.
Maybe she was stripy.
The dancer one is the one that's just like that is like an all white cat. So I mixed that up.
Wait, is that the main character? There was like the one main girl that like you get introduced to at the beginning of the story.
So I haven't seen the movie. It sounds like the movie is completely different from the stage show because they don't like in the stage show it's very hard to pin down a main character. Okay. And there is like you see a lot of the cat that's all white and she has like dance solos. Alex said something about Bumblerina because I remember that because Bumblerina has a solo in Mr. McCavity. And like watching that as a kid, I was always like, if I were in Cats, I want to be that character. I would have that role because I would want to be that sexy cat. Has like there's like 3 cats that have.
I love this like aggressive discussion around cats. That this is
in the stage version. There's 3 cats that have like similar fur patterns. They're all like orange and black and white tabbies that sing the song Mr. McCavity.
Okay.
And the one that I was like super into. That's weird. I was into a cat.
All right.
Was Bumbler. Well, okay, end of cat discussion. I'll stop.
No, it's confirmed. She was white, but also is so maybe they just made her a different color cat. She was Bumblerina.
Okay, that's weird.
Well, I mean, have you seen? It's weird. It's all weird. The point is weird. Apparently, there was an edit where they had buttholes. Like that was on the table. That's crazy to me that got there. There's a lot of things that happen in the success, like the world of things that get made. Where whenever I'm hard on myself on my artistic endeavors, and I think no one will ever want to see what I do, I have to remember that there was a room full of people that are like, yeah, the cats can have buttholes. Like,
I might have been in that room. I would be like, yeah, cats have buttholes. If we're going for realistic, they do have buttholes.
Nobody wants to see a butthole on their own cat. Like that's just something we accept. Like we love the cat, we accept the butthole. Nobody wants it there.
Let's take a poll. How do you feel about your cat's butthole?
I think we all feel the same. All right, okay. Let's. Hey, anybody have any alcohol-related questions? We've quoted Smash Mouth All-Star, and we discussed buttholes on cats. And Taylor Swift. I guess she's lost in the woods. She's made a cottage album. I don't know what that means. But she made an album.
Okay.
I have no problem with T Swift. I watched her Miss Americana. I have a lot of respect for the other Taylor. The other Taylor in the world of successful celebrities like me.
Oh, I haven't watched that documentary.
Oh, it's good. It gives a lot of insight into her
as a person.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Yeah. So I have no problem with Taylor Swift, but what is it? Is it a booze?
Oh, booze cocktails. They're booze questions.
Yeah.
Shingles, the railway cat.
Yes.
They are essential, but cat butts are essential. They need them. Okay. Oh, so since I accidentally bought Pisco instead of Prosecco, any suggestions on how to use it?
Yeah, so the most classic Pisco drink, the one that everybody knows, is a Pisco sour.
Mm-hmm.
Pisco it's a great base, like neutral grain spirit that is very, it has like a nice kind of usually like a festive fruitiness to it. You can definitely use it just in a classic sour, like a 2 3/4. And I think one fun way to use it too is just sub it into any of your kind of classic base spirit places, anywhere that you would use gin or even tequila. I think it, like, to me, palate wise, it has more in common with like it has a grassiness to it. So I think it works well with drinks that use like white rum or like tequila. So I definitely think you could put it in a daiquiri. You could put it in that's basically a sour. You could try it with like a triple sec and a lime kind of build. But yeah, try a Pisco sour first and go from there. It's a really beautiful spirit that I don't think gets enough play on the back bar. And I'm even saying from my own experience, I've put like Pisco sour riffs on menus to not great effect because people are a little afraid of spirits that they don't know, which I understand. But
I think it's very it's kind of a similar situation to cachaça.
Yeah. And they're very, Pisco has more in common, I'd say, with like almost like a brandy. Mm-hmm. But I think on the palate it does have qualities similar to cachaça. Like it is grassy, it's bright, it's fruity. It's a little abrasive, but not any more than any of your classic like clear spirits. So put it anywhere that you feel comfortable putting gin or tequila.
Yeah, I love Pisco.
Yeah.
We should talk about Pisco sometime.
We should actually, that'd be a really good episode because I don't think Pisco gets enough play.
Yeah. All right. Did you answer this earlier? What would you drink when you were if you were doing karaoke?
When I do,
it's okay. It did that before, but it stopped.
It's okay. Our screen just glitched. I was worried that we cut off, but we're still on there.
We're still here.
When I do karaoke, when I'm being a smart Taylor, I drink spirits and soda because I want to walk that line between not getting too comfortable to think I can sing the songs that I probably shouldn't sing. Yeah, I'm also always karaokeing at like the private room karaoke bars. And that's always, they don't do a lot of cocktails, and if they do, they're very sweet. So I always just stick to like spirit and soda. I love it when they have sake. Like I get excited when that feels very, I don't know. I mean, it kind of depends too, because I love the experience of drinking like having like a Kirin and some sake and like edamame at a karaoke private room. Like I feel like that's a
Yeah, because sake is kind of like the same, like content wise, it's like kind of like, you're drinking like something similar to if you were drinking white wine,
Yeah.
but like I wouldn't trust, I wouldn't necessarily think that they would keep a lot of like nice white wine at those bars, but they would probably have some nice sake, which would be nice. I'd be into that.
yeah.
And also, that's not a read on those bars. Maybe they have some nice wine too, but I think they would know their audience and they wouldn't think that people would come for that kind of thing. But that's like something low, like it's like sake is a little bit lower ABV.
It depends. If you get those cans like the Funaguchis,
Well, I mean, if you get a can, it's like the can is a trick in itself because you don't realize how much you're drinking when you're drinking a can of something. If you drink a can of wine, you drank a half a bottle of wine.
yeah, it's I kind of like if I'm at just like we have like like Planet Rose, like more of like the dive bar style karaoke lounges, I stick to like spirit and soda. But if I do get to go to one of those, and they also are the places that have like a lot of anime theme songs, which makes me happy. Like the some of the other like private room karaoke bars in New York. I do enjoy just getting full on into like I can pretend I'm in Tokyo and eat edamame and drink like Kirin and sake.
Yeah. I
was curious about the Geneva question.
That's great. Let's read that question.
Yeah, so Candid Calla Lily, did I say that right?
Candid Calla Lily.
Yes. So, okay, Geneva style gin. My spouse purchased Geneva style gin, and the taste of it straight is not my favorite. How can I mix it? Geneva is made from like a malted grain. So a lot of times, like I think of Geneva almost, it's more akin, even though it's in the gin family, it's more akin to like a whiskey.
Okay.
It has a bit more of like a breadiness to it. So kind of similar, like I have made some really nice old fashions with Geneva before because it has that gin doesn't work great in old fashioned because it's very sharp. Geneva has a warmth and a breadiness to it that rounds it out. So I think it does hold its own in like an old fashioned build. Really, where you would use whiskey, it works really well. It works great in a sour as well. I think you could pair it with like I think it makes it really good like a Tom Collins, like a highball, basically sour topped with soda. You could use it in a bramble.
Ooh, a bramble.
Yeah, you could use like bramble. And I'm or like a I mean an easy way to make a bramble kind of cheating is use like a jam, like 2 ounces of Geneva, a few scoops of jam, some lemon juice, and shake it. You could top that with soda or not, but Geneva is just, it's a bit rounder and it's a bit warmer than regular gin. It has that nice bready, weedy quality to it that's really nice. But it's definitely, I would say it's slightly more drinkable straight than gin, but gin's not something you drink straight anyway. So yeah. Just try it in some of your favorite whiskey recipes to start and see if that works for you.
I like this.
Oh, okay. Drew,
so Drew asked on tonight's topic, what about last word build? Because we just made the Naked is Infamous, which is based on a last word. What about a last word build with Pisco, Aperol, OJ, and something else?
I would say, I think the Pisco, Aperol, and OJ would taste really nice together. I think that the something else is citrus because you can't. This is just. I would say this in almost any case. OJ is never going to stand in for the level of acidity you get from lemon and lime. Orange juice is highly acidic, but it doesn't treat this. It brings so much sugar to the table that it's never gonna fill in the void for that. So maybe you change your proportions a little bit, like you do like half an ounce of instead of equal parts, you do like half an ounce or 3/4 OJ, and then you use like half an ounce or 3/4 of a lemon or lime, and then up either the Pisco or the Aperol to just kind of balance it out because that orange juice is going to bring so much sweetness to the table. But I think, regardless, you're going to need an acid in there, and orange juice is never as acidic as you want. Grapefruit is kind of, sometimes you can get by with a cocktail that doesn't have a citrus, but is shaken and has grapefruit as a base, but orange juice is just the word I always think of is flabby. It's flabby. It's like it's got acid, but there's so much sugar that it doesn't give you the backbone that you need.
Yeah, it doesn't have that bite.
I think you could try that formula, but I think you would want to get a lemon and lime in there ultimately.
Cool. Good advice. Yeah, we talked about, when we talked about sours, I think we talked about orange juice not being equivalent to citrus in the case of like acidity in drinks, for sure.
And there are a lot of, any classic cocktail that uses orange juice, I'm thinking specifically like the Blood and Sand, it's hard to mix with orange juice if it's not super fresh. Specifically, there are chemicals in like orange juice. They're in all citrus, but in orange juice, they're in higher quantities, so it breaks down really rapidly. So that's, it's just a very assertive ingredient. It's a very sweet ingredient, and it goes kind of off very quickly. So whenever you're mixing with orange juice, it's great if it's fresh. It's fine in a mimosa. You can usually sub in something better as an acid and better as a sweetener if you don't want to use, or if you, instead of orange juice.
Oh, did you read this about the juniper cones?
Yeah.
I've never heard that before. Is that
what they use? They use juniper berries?
Yeah. Oh, cool.
I've heard that. I didn't know that was across the board. I thought that was different ways of making it, but
yeah,
that is interesting.
We have like juniper. We have juniper berries on hand, actually.
This is my witch shelf over there.
Oh yes.
You can't see it; it's slightly out of view. But yes.
Yeah, because juniper berries, they are berries, and you can use them in a lot of infusions. But I had no idea that they used juniper cones in gin.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know if it's across the board. Maybe it is actually. I would not profess to know, but that is fascinating.
That's something worth looking into for sure. I had no idea. Ooh, speaking of cheating with jam, could I use jam and vinegar as a shrub base?
Yes, absolutely. Especially if you have like a cool, like what's in your jam. I mean, you could do it with like a Smucker's or whatever, but like you know what I mean? Like a jam that's literally just like,
you know what's in your jam.
Yeah, like it's like fruit and sugar.
Yeah.
Like, that's what we do with a shrub anyway. We put fruit, sugar, and vinegar together. So you could absolutely, I have made shrubs like during like peak Saturday night, like in the basement with preserves and vinegar, because that's how we did it on the fly.
Yeah.
So you can absolutely do that. You can fiddle with proportions, because usually we base the proportions on like fruit to sugar to vinegar, but that is absolutely a shortcut that I fully endorse, and it's very smart.
Nice. Yes. I love that. Is it called The Naked and Famous because of the song by what?
The Naked and Famous is, I think it is named after the song. That seems to be the cool thing to do, I guess.
Okay, I got very alarmed and confused.
Not by Donald Trump. No. Okay. I don't think he wrote a song called Naked.
I was like,
the emperor indeed has no clothes, but I do not think he's smart enough to devise a cocktail.
Okay, there's a band called POTUS. Is this what's happening?
Well, there's a band called Presidents of the United States. I think that's.
Okay, cool. I'll have to check them out because I don't know things. I'm not cultured.
When I was double checking like beforehand just so I knew where it came from. It is named after a song, so that makes sense. And it's a recent cocktail. There are these like recent classics that are like getting committed to like cocktails you're supposed to know, and it fascinates me that like all the cocktails you're supposed to know happened in the 1920s, and then there's this handful of drinks that happened in like the late 90s, early 2000s, and there's nothing in between.
Cocktail culture resurgence.
Really crazy.
Fun.
What do I say about sugar?
Trying to cut. Alex says, "I'm trying to cut down on sugar. Hello, quarantine coping mechanism. Hello, yes. Ice cream. Do you have any cute cocktail ideas that are unique and low on the sugars? Sans vodka.
Low sugar drinks.
Gin.
I will say, I mean, stirred drinks, like a lot of like, I mean, the first thing my brain goes to is an old fashioned, which doesn't make sense to me that it's a low sugar drink, but it actually is.
Really?
Yeah, because whiskey does not have whiskey has very little residual sugar. There's a lot of whiskey that has zero.
Oh, that's surprising.
It ferments out. So
you still get the sweetness of it, but you don't get the actual sugar?
Yeah, there's not like it's the sugar is fermented. There is a residual sweetness to whiskey. I didn't believe this until someone told me, well, I'm sticking to whiskey because I'm doing low carb, and I was like, that's not true. And it's like, no, a lot of whiskey has like low sugar. And with an old fashioned, I find for me, like an old fashioned with just whiskey and bitters, and like you can put a touch of sugar in it, but it's so little. It's already only a quarter ounce of sugar we're using that like if you want like a good cocktail that doesn't require a lot of sugar, I think like spirit plus bitters, picking a spirit that already errs on the sweet side, and then adding some bitters, and if you want to add some sugar, I don't know. For me, that's kind of like it's straight to the point.
Okay. Is that kind of a across? I mean, I hesitate to say across the board, but is that a little bit of a more general rule that spirits that are that have residual sweetness are still like lower on sugar?
It differs across the board. Like it's every spirit is different. There's a lot more residual sugar in a lot of rums, but not all rums.
Right. Okay.
It's really just how fermented the product is. But most whiskey is fermented to the point that there's not a lot of there's not a lot of sugar that you're imbibing. The sugar gets converted into alcohol.
Okay. So you could find a really like a nice spirit that has residual sweetness, and then add bitters and maybe like an orange peel for zest, and that would be cute.
Transversely, like as like agave is a great sweetener for cocktails that makes a lot of I like things that make sense like from where they come from to put together. Agave is lower on the glycemic index. We have less of a sugar response. Our bodies process it differently. It's better for low sugar diets.
Oh, okay.
And it also is like twice as sweet for half of the like content. You can use half as much agave in like an agave syrup. So making like sours with agave, or making like for me, like one of my favorite cocktails is a Tommy's margarita, and that's a margarita that is like 2 ounces tequila, 3/4 ounce lime juice, 3/4 ounce agave syrup, which is I do a 1-to-1 agave to hot water, so you're already cutting it down, and you're only using 3/4 ounces of it, and then you just add a bunch of orange bitters to it to bring in the orange quality of triple sec. And it's good. It's got a controlled amount of sugar in it because you're just using the agave and it's cut in half. But especially if you're using like a nice, like a creamy, like young Blanco tequila, like it has enough sugar there for you and doesn't have a lot of sugar actually in it.
Yeah. That's good to know. That's a good idea.
It's hard to get around sugar in cocktails because it's kind of one of the essential ingredients. But I think either picking sugars that are healthier for you overall, or picking spirits that have some residual sweetness and just factoring that into your equation is a good way to go about it.
Nice. I like it. Oh,
it is. Yeah. So it is the President of the United States. Let's say they made the Peaches song. Okay. Yes.
Yes. Good. Oh, they're not the same thing that we call berries. The berries are not berries, they're cones. I have to look into that a little bit more. I want to hear more about this.
We will investigate the gin berries.
We'll investigate juniper berries.
Yes.
They're small, soft, fleshy cones. That's so weird. They look like berries.
Well, that's what we call the things that are on like blackberries. Aren't those cones, not berries? That are like little The little balls. Aren't those technically called cones? Is this coming from conifer? I don't know. I think I'm not a botanist. I am a bartender, but we'll investigate this because
This requires more investigation.
Yes, I cannot. I don't actually know. I've always been given this as like these are juniper berries. This is what they are. But
you can see these. These are
berries.
They look like berries. They very much look like berries. Well, we'll do some more investigating. Thank you for bringing up this topic.
Okay, well that's all right. So like the juniper berries, strawberries, raspberries, and blackberries usually are considered berries. All right, that's what I was thinking. The little balls on a blackberry.
I had no idea because I grew up with black raspberries, and I think those are berries. But I'm also not a botanist, so interesting.
Okay, I do want to point out that Drew has tried his drink.
Okay, it's tastier than expected.
Oh, pisco, lemon juice, Aperol, and stuff. That sounds great.
That sounds perfect.
Awesome. It does sound good.
Mm-hmm.
Your thing's about to die. Do you want me to grab your charger?
I mean, it's okay. Well,
we have a few questions left.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Where did it go? Where'd you put it?
I think I put it. It's hanging out of my bag right there. So the way that we're seeing the comments right here is that I have my iPad right here, but it's at 1%. Oh, thank you. Can it reach? Let's see. I think so. Well, we can at least. Yeah, I can hold it. Yeah. Oh no! Well, that was. Oh dear. Well,
Looks
my
like
dear.
I'm doing this after all.
Oh man. Oh no. Sorry about that.
I saw a question that I thought was worth answering. Okay.
Well, let's
Can I
answer
ask a bartender etiquette question? I'm sitting at a bar that's somewhat busy. What is the best way to let the bartender know they're ready to order another drink?
That's a good question.
Yes.
Try to make eye contact.
Eye contact and like a slight like wave is good. Snapping or yelling, those are bad things to do.
Whistling, bad.
Yeah. And I mean, because the thing is, it's most of the time the bartender should know. Like I definitely know when people sit at my bar, I might not be able to get to them right away. But ideally they know you're there and they're going to get to you when you have the chance. But I don't think there's anything wrong.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Oh,
I was just moving.
I don't think there's anything wrong with being like, or even saying I'm ready whenever. I think that's fine too. If you see them walk by, like,
hey, I'm ready whenever.
Yeah, I'm ready whenever.
That might, that's fine. To me, if I was behind the bar, that might communicate to me that they're ready for a check, though.
Well, if they're saying they haven't ordered yet.
Oh, yeah.
They're trying to order.
Yeah. You're right. That's good.
But if it's like busy, like butts to butts kind of butts to butts kind of bar situation, then they might just know about you and they're going to get to you when they can. So,
that's true.
I don't know. It depends. Like I've definitely been at those like bars where it's just everybody's standing trying to get the attention and it sucks for everybody. It sucks for the bartender. It sucks for you as the patron. But eye contact. Yeah. Eye contact. Have your money or your card in your hand. Like make it clear. Like I'm ready to make a purchase.
I'm going to start a tab right now. Yeah. For sure. Sorry, you gotta do me out.
Y'all are arguing about berries. That's good. All right, we'll do our berry research.
We will do berry research and we'll get back to you. Oh, it's been. Do we sit quietly for 15 minutes because you're afraid of confrontation?
I mean, I do that as somebody that works in bars. I still do that. It's definitely maybe not the best way. I don't know. I mean,
I've definitely I've sat and waited and tried to get the attention for a good 20 minutes and then decided I was just gonna go somewhere else.
Sometimes
Which-
the bar is too full.
Sometimes the bar
I
is
hope
too
that's not
full.
happening right now. I don't know where the original question asker. I don't know where you are in the world. Hopefully you're not in a place where that bar is happening and safe. But
Yeah, I mean, yes, for sure. I mean, now I think like that's like a kind of, that's an odd situation that a bar would be that full, but you know, maybe I don't know. I don't know if this is right. I've sometimes changed positions at the bar.
yeah.
Like maybe this isn't a good spot. I'll go over here.
Well, because like a lot of times, what I'll do when I have a full bar is I'll start at one end and work to the other. So it's just kind of it's bad luck. If I start at one end and work to the other, and you come around to the other end of the bar, then you're waiting till I come all the way back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, outside of like I said, like just have your money out, have your card out, make eye contact if you can. And
Right. If you have your card in your hand, if you have your money in your hand, that's like a good signal to like, hey, I'm ready. Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah. Well, all right. If there are any other questions, we'll take them now.
Yeah.
Do
Stick
I
around for a few more
do I
minutes.
look for reasons to say butts? I suppose so.
Oh, because you said too many butts at the bar?
Yeah. Well, I'll be honest. The expression that I've heard in bars a lot is balls to butts, and I think that's kind of gross. So I tried
gross.
not to say it, and then I said it anyway. So that was that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I've gotten to a shift and like, how is it in there? And my manager says it's balls to butts, and I'm like, ew.
I don't want to think about that, but wow. Okay. All right.
Yeah, but it's an accurate description. I guess. So yeah.
Yeah. Michael, are you saying yes, wait, because you're trying to think of another question? That's okay.
Or do I just look for reasons to say butts? It's all fine.
Yes.
Put a little bit more of this Prosecco in the glass.
Put that. Yeah, I'll take a little bit more. I mean, it's not like we can.
It's once it's done, it's done.
Once it's done, it's done. That's the rule of Prosecco. You got to open it and you got to finish it. So
I would love to. If we could find enough content for an episode, it'd be a cool one. Because I've heard people say if you put a spoon upside, like if you put a spoon inside a glass or inside a bottle of sparkling wine, it'll stay bubbly. And there is science there that works. I don't know it, but I would love
my roommate has done that.
Yeah, it's the weirdest thing to see because I've seen it in the fridge when I open up a bar and be like, why is there a spoon? But it apparently works.
Okay,
I don't understand why.
I mean, we could do a series of like bar hacks.
I guess so. Like,
Maybe that'll be our first experiment.
Yeah.
Maybe that's Patreon content.
Okay, Michael, great question. What is the best cheap cocktail to do for a large group of people? Yes, a punch is a great idea.
That is a great idea.
Wholeheartedly would recommend like that classic punch bill that we've talked about. The now I have to think of it. What is it? It's the what is it? Four of
sour, 3 of sweet.
No, it's the tea is the biggest part.
Okay.
Which is the bitter. 4 of bitter,
3 of sweet, 2 of sour. Or wait.
The weakest tea. That's
the weakest tea.
Okay, sorry.
I actually don't know the numbers, so I'm just saying numbers.
It's because I usually when I make it at work, I do it with pints, and it's like 4 of. What is it? It's a punch that's very easy to make because it's just brewed tea, citrus, some sort of sweetener that you can infuse easily. You can use this as sugar syrup, and then booze.
Strong is the other one.
That's what it is.
So it's
4 is strong and
4 is strong.
It's not 4 strong. It's
no. I'm just pulling out numbers. I don't know the numbers, but it's something strong, something sweet, something sour, something weak. And I think it's the most of weak, right?
It's the most of weak.
So it's like
that doesn't make sense.
2 is strong, 2 is.
Oh, that's what it is. Maybe it goes upwards.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's
one
like
of strong,
one of strong,
two of sweet, 3 of sour, 4 of weak, or 4.
I don't know if it's a 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's equal, but it's based on parts.
Yes. Ooh, we gotta remember this. But yes, wow. Feel bad for being needy. Don't
Here we
feel
go.
bad.
1 of sour, 2 of sweet, 3 of strong, 4 of weak.
Oh, it is 1, 2, 3, 4.
It is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the 1 of sour is your citrus. The 2 of sweet is your simple syrup or demerara syrup. The 3 of strong is your base spirit, and the 4 of weak is your tea. So classically, this build would be like the 1 of sour would be like lime juice, maybe lemon juice. The 2 of sweet would, like I said, like a simple syrup, demerara syrup. You could infuse that syrup. There's some herbs in there, make it cool. 3 of strong, that's your base spirit. For parties, I mean, rum, whiskey.
Everclear.
You want to go that route.
If you want to go that route.
But you could get,
Depends upon where
yeah.
what's your circumstances. I mean, nobody's in college right now, so it doesn't matter.
Well,
I'm not.
Okay, Everclear is fine.
Everclear is fine if you're making a punch because you're not really going to taste it.
Nobody's needy.
No one is needy.
But
you could use it, like if you're going to use something, your spirit could be shitty. I'm just saying it could be shitty because you're making a punch, so it's going to make a, like, this is, I mean, I don't think Everclear is a garbage ingredient, but I think that this is
you can hide it
in which
easily, yes.
is something that's like you could hide a baddish spirit in a punch because you've got a lot of other stuff going on. I'm not encouraging you to use a bad spirit.
I would, I think if that's what you wanted, that's your end goal is you want a super boozy punch, Everclear is great for that. But this formula is very flexible. I think it's a good proportion. It's based on a lot of what we do in drinks anyway.
You could use a nice rum.
I think you could, and the 4 of weak, the tea part, it's definitely open to, classically it's black or green tea, but you could use, I've used some really cool teas in that. I've used chai.
That is really cool.
Like chai and like bourbon or rum with like lemon, and then do like a gray or a cinnamon simple syrup or something. Like you get something really spicy and fun. I also love doing punches where you have like a sparkling topper on the side, because we all know when you add sparkling anything to the big punch bowl, it gets flat very fast. But I've definitely done some like 75 base punches where you have like bubbles on the side that you instruct people to top it with, and that works out really well. But ultimately, the best punches, the most cost-effective punches, rely on like bulk ingredients that are affordable, and that usually comes down to tea or juice or both.
I was gonna say, I feel like you're the voice of reason and I'm the voice of bad habits, because I'm thinking about the jungle juice that we made in college, where we got what is it? One of sour, one of sweet.
1 of sour, 2 of sweet, 3 of strong, 4 of weak.
So our sour was like I think like we used some kind of citrus. No, we used lemonade.
Well, that's already sweet, so that's not sour.
I know, but we did lemonade. Sweet I guess that was also sweet. Oh, Kool-Aid was the sweet. Strong was the Everclear, and weak was, we used brisk tea because we were making a giant proportion.
Okay. I like brisk.
So we used all like bottled pre-made like ingredients, because also we were in college and we didn't know how to drink. So we basically made a super, super sweet punch that was just dangerous. It was dangerous because we used Everclear, so there was so much alcohol in it. Yeah. So that's why I said you're the voice of reason, I'm the voice of bad habits, because I'm thinking of this ratio that we did in those terms.
I mean, that's like, look, like
I don't do that anymore.
That's definitely what you do in college, and we all did it.
They don't do it
anymore. I do think you can do like a party punch that's like,
you can use decent party
good
punch.
ingredients. You can use like decent ingredients and make something that's not super expensive.
Yes.
Because I think, basing it off that sour recipe and just adding a bulking modifier, be it tea, or actually I would say tea and juice.
Yeah.
Because from my experience, that classic recipe, while it is great, it's vastly improved by adding grapefruit juice or mango juice or pineapple juice.
Absolutely.
Definitely for like a fruity party punch. Like use that recipe, but get creative with your weak element. Because just brewed tea can tend to water it down a bit. Use and get fun with your simple syrup. Infuse it with mint or cinnamon or allspice or habanero. Make it spicy, like a spicy simple syrup, and like pineapple juice, and make it a tequila punch with lime. That would be really good, and you could throw like, I don't know, like a yerba mate tea in there, and it would be really cool and earthy and grassy and spicy and delicious.
Yes.
So, kind of depends on what you're into, but same rules apply.
Yeah, I like that. I want to take this Capri Sun pouch off your book because it's sweating.
Oh.
Oh no.
All right.
Yeah.
Any other questions in the comments? If not, I think
we've gone on for quite a bit. So
am I this is the devil on the shoulder telling us to get hammered. Taylor telling us to be responsible. I've never. Wow. Thank you. That's a new position for me.
I mean, listen, I'm speaking from my experience, and my memories. I don't do that now. I want to be clear about that. But okay, yes. I mean,
it's fine.
Because your experience is very classy. You have a lot of I know about good ingredients experience, and I know a lot about bad ingredients.
Look, I mean,
if you need to make something good enough to drink it down, it's not always a good idea. It's not.
Yes. Well, it depends on what your party's goal is. Some people want to just make something boozy. Some people want to make something nuanced.
It's true.
It's all fine.
I think
and
it could be both.
Yeah, and as Drew points out, the David Wondrich book Punch is really great. And I mean, most classic cocktail books have Punch used to be a normal thing that would be available at a bar. And it kind of fell out of fashion as people began to want to have bespoke cocktails and individualized experiences. But I think like the history of punch is fascinating. It's just as interesting as the history of single serve cocktails. And definitely it's usually devised around a way to make something that's agreeable, universally enjoyed, and cost effective in the bar world. So the David Wondrich book is amazing. Absolutely.
Yes. And whenever I see that a bar has punch, I order it because I love punch.
Yeah.
There's no shame in that. You can order punch if you want. You can order punch if you want to.
I used to, when I worked at Death & Co., I was a bar back there. I was never a bartender there. Bartenders there were amazing, but I was a bar back. We had a couple punches on the menu, and they were served these beautiful crystal bowls with this giant cylinder of ice in the middle, and the cups hung off the side of the bowl. It was a really cute presentation. But I think it's a great, not for current times, but the serving of punch is something that everybody can kind of pour themselves and enjoy, and it's just a big thing in the center of the table. I love that. Someday when I have a bar, there will definitely be a punch. Also, one punch. I don't know how this is made, but it would be worth investigating. It's a fun, different kind of cultural punch. you get a lot of like at Korean restaurants, you get the punches that are made in like half a watermelon.
Ooh,
where they really, like,
I love that.
buy like half a watermelon and scoop out the watermelon and use that as your bowl, and then
I
use
love
that
that.
watermelon like stuff like to infuse with like your base spirit and maybe some citrus. It's kind of all you need, and then put it back in the watermelon. Such a cool presentation, like delicious, and like your bowl is there. So you could also just go totally like go in a different direction, like classic, bespoke speakeasy punches. Forget that. Do like a cool like South Korean watermelon punch.
I
which
love that.
Are delicious and awesome.
That should be a video too.
And super easy and great for crowds.
Yes. Amazing.
Took me a minute to get there, but yeah, do a shochu watermelon punch with like basil.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, that'd be fucking good.
Nuance. Hello. I love it. I love it. All right. Well, we're going on 2 hours now. I think that it is time for us.
We're gonna get out of here now, but we will see you next
Friday, right? We'll let you know.
Yes. But yeah, thank you. Yes, biodegradable punch bowl. That is what that is. Yeah, thank you all so much. We will be back next week. Any questions you have, especially for our Patreon members, any episode suggestions, let us know.
Yeah, you can message us if you're a member of our Patreon, which you can just join for $1 if you want to send us messages. If you want to send us suggestions, then you can do that. You can also tweet us. You can, our Twitter and Instagram are both Neat Boozecast. Yeah, let us know if you've got suggestions or things that you want to hear. And thank you so much for joining us here. And yeah, thank you. Thanks for hanging out. And thank you, James.
Thank you, Liz. Thank you all. All right. I've been Taylor Smirl.
I've been Liz June.
This has been Neat.
This has been Neat. That's right. And now we're going to stop the video.
Yeah. Michael, I feel bad because you're talking about rum punch with butter.
Okay.
Just real quick, looking like fat washing with butter is probably the way you want to go. Start there, because for a punch, you don't want butter in the base. It's going to seize up. But look into fat washing. All right.
Okay.
We love you all.
Love you. Bye. Thank you so much. Bye. Bye.